everybody, on the new show this week, world records tumble at the latest Track World Cup in Mexico, top level cyclocross returns to Belgium, Lance Armstrong continues his tour of apologies, GCN Strava Club Facebook competition of the week and tweet of the week. The second round of the UCI Track World Cup took place in Aguascalientes, Mexico over the weekend. A combination of low air pressure from the high altitude, favourable track temperatures and of course a lot of riders in great form led to some really quick times and a number of world records being broken. The men's sprint took place on day one with Team GB the first to break the world record in a time of 42.339 seconds. However, they didn't hold on to it for long with Germany blasting round in a time of 41.871. Germany then went on to beat Great Britain in the ride-off for the gold medal. In the women's team pursuit, the Great Britain team bettered their own world record first of all in the qualifying and then again in the final where they beat Canada in a time of 4 minutes 16.552 seconds. In the men's final, Australia took the gold medal in their ride-off against Denmark, with Great Britain overtaking New Zealand in the bronze medal ride-off. And another record fell on day two with the Australian legend Anna Meares breaking the 500 metre time trial record in a time of 32.836 seconds. And obviously ecstatic Meares gave this reaction after her ride.
There's one of my big goals that I wanted to achieve coming back from London, and it's really nice to be 10 years on from the first time when I was a young 20-year-old breaking the 34-second barrier in Athens to doing it now at a mature age of 30, being the first woman to go sub 33. I'm very proud.
There was plenty more for Australia to cheer for as well. Rebecca Weirsack beating the fastest qualifier Eleanor Barker in the women's individual pursuit and Mathieu winning the men's sprint. On the final day of racing, the 12-year-old men's kilometre world record was broken by no less than 5 riders. Fastest on the day was the Frenchman Francois Pervis, who clocked a time of 56.306 seconds, taking off an astonishing 2.5 seconds from the previous record. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an average speed of just under 64 km per hour from a standing start. The final record came in the women's 200 metre flying sprint, with Christina Vogel clocking 10.386 seconds to beat Anna Meares and take her third gold medal of the event. Whilst there were no UCI World Cups or Super Prestige rounds at the weekend, there were 2 top-level cyclocross races which attracted the world's best riders. On Saturday, Niels Albert won the Soudal Scheldecross Antwerpen. However, the most noteworthy performance came from Mathieu van der Poel, the current junior world cyclocross and road champion, who finished in second place. At just 18 years of age and in his first ever elite cyclocross, Van der Poel finished just 5 seconds down on Albert and beat some top stars, including Sven Nys, the current world champion. Rounding out the podium in third place was the German Philipp Valseben of the BKCP Power Plus team. The following day saw Sven Nys back to his best, winning the Vlaamse Driven course ahead of a group of 4. In second place was the current UCI World Cup leader Lars van der Haar of Rabobank, just 1 second down, whilst in third was Kevin Powers of Sunweb. In the women's events, the 1-2-3 was exactly the same on both days. Katie Compton continuing her run of great form, taking 2 wins with Sanne Cant in second and Nikki Harris, the British champion of Telenet Fidea, in third place. 2 weeks after meeting up with Emma O'Reilly, Lance Armstrong has continued his tour of apologies, or tour d'apologie, this time meeting up with former pro Christophe Basson. The Frenchman was very outspoken on Armstrong and doping in general at the 1999 Tour de France, and to his credit, he has duly accepted Armstrong's apology, saying it took more courage and was more impressive to do face-to-face than winning 7 Tours de France. What is your opinion on Armstrong now? Are these apologies genuine, or is he simply doing it as a ploy to regain public support? You can let us know your opinions in the comments section below this video. With the demise of the Escatel and Vacances Soleil team lessening the number of contracts available, more top-level riders are announcing their retirement. This week, Baden Cook, Brian Van Borg and Timmy Duggan have all stated they'll be hanging up their wheels at the end of this year. Cook, a former winner of the green jersey at the Tour de France, will remain based in Monaco, where he's setting up a rider agency business. Duggan, meanwhile, a US representative at the 2012 Olympics, will start work on his family's real estate business, while former 2-time winner of the Danish National Time Trial Championships, Brian Van Borg, has yet to announce his post-riding plans. The GCN Strava Club is now closing in on 2,000 members, and there's been more impressive riding from you guys this week. The leaderboard has been dominated by Cycle.One, based in Richmond in the UK. He's done 1,271 kilometres over the course of 11 rides, and incredibly, he's averaged 12 rides per week for the last month. However, our member of the week is young John Froden Schoff, who had a cold one after school in Wales. Not a drink, but a 17-kilometre ride. Special mention of the week goes to Monty Matson, who on Sunday afternoon did a 17-kilometre ride entitled Just a Quickie. We know where you're coming from, Monty. There's nothing more pleasurable than a quickie if you're strapped for time. On to our Facebook competition now, and yet again we've had an overwhelming response of your ingenious storage solutions. This picture comes in from Mark in Waterford, whose bike hangs from the ceiling of his office. Paddy Scullion's bike, well, that definitely takes priority. This week's winner though is Panayotis Nikolai, whose bike hangs above the dining table on a stand which handily doubles up as a bookcase. This competition has been so intriguing to us here at GCN that we've decided to run it for another week, so you've got a further 7 days to send us your submissions. One of the first ever videos we did here at GCN was a top 10 New Year's resolutions, and over the course of this year we've started to realise how clever and witty you are, so we want you to pledge your New Year's resolutions onto our Facebook page. We'll take the best 10 and make a brand new video which will probably come out sometime in the new year. On to tech news now, and FSA have kindly sent us in their latest model of the K-Force light crank. These come in all sizes from 170 to 175mm and they're compatible with Shimano, SRAM or Campagnolo. These hollow crank arms mean that they tip the scales at 586 grams. On the channel this week, on Monday we had the first of our roadside repair series, this week explaining what you should take out of you on every ride. On Wednesday we show you how to ride safely at night. On Friday we explain what a 6-day track event is, and on Saturday Garmin chiropractor Matt Rabin is back, this time explaining how to tape up a problematic Achilles. However, the video that I'm most looking forward to the release of this week is Road Bike Party 2 featuring Martyn Ashton. It's that time of year again, kids. Have you been good boys and girls? On Christmas Eve, Daniel Lloyd will be reading out some of your best Christmas wishes. So head over to our Facebook page and tell us what you want this Christmas. And we'll leave you with Tweet of the Week, which this time comes from the man himself, Mark Cavendish. Off to training camp today with Omega Pharma Quick Step Cycling Team. Be good to see everyone and lose some weight. There's some bait for lazy journalists. Perfect. Cheers, Cav. We'll see you next week. Let's have a look what it looks like.
It's more varied than muddy fields, and the length of the season means that conditions can vary wildly, from 25 degrees and sunny in September to potentially below freezing from December onwards.